Week 13. And you know what we are? Still
Limping to the
here.
finish line.
We're still here.
A leaking
Still
oil
here.
tank. Still here. Above ground, barely above water.
Yes.
Let's get into this.
Go
That's
ahead and
why
get right into what happened last week. We don't hide from it. We don't run from the past.
I'm going to tell you, I would have had a fantastic week were it not for Georgia letting Tennessee tie the game at halftime. They went on to slaughter them full time. But last week, I was 3-3 actually. But I had a 3-unit play did not come in because Georgia tied in the first half. They let Tennessee score right at the end,
Yeah,
and then
that
they
hurt.
couldn't get down there and get a field goal. But South Florida winner, Illinois winner, SMU loser should have been a winner. Air Force and Whiskey both didn't even need the points really for the tees. Georgia first half, Georgia game, Texas money line. That's a loser. That hurt. That was 3 units.
Yep.
K-State, I played big total. They couldn't get it done, but hey, we went big on it.
Yep.
I was 3-3, down a unit. I'm sitting at 4 units. The Dimes man, rough week. Navy loser, Hawaii loser, West Virginia loser, Rutgers winner, Cincy plus 8.5 loser, 1-4 last week.
And they weren't even close.
A lot of them weren't. We were 4-7.
That's not
down
my
4
fault.
units.
Tell Vegas to make better lines. That's not my fault.
The Dimes man is sitting at 1.5 units, just clinging to above 500 right now.
It's we fell back to earth.
I'm still sitting at 4. I feel okay with that.
So we're up
$1,000
5.5 as a
better.
podcast.
We're up 5.5.
We got. Here's what we got. I'll tell you what we got. We got 2 regular season weeks left.
Yep.
We got a conference championship week left.
Yep.
We have our team totals and our preseason picks to come in,
Indiana was just a laugher.
and we have the playoff if we so choose.
Time.
If we so choose,
we still got time. But you know what? That's okay. We're gonna bury that week. That was probably our worst week yet. Usually one of us will kind of buoy the other. That was probably our worst week. So that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
But what's new? What's new in the Dimes man world?
I don't know, man. I hate the fact that, and sorry, I'm eating while I'm doing this. Cardinal sin.
It's fine.
Hold on, let me ask you this real quick before I get into my stuff.
Yeah.
What hat is that?
Wyoming.
Wyoming Cowboys?
Bought in Laramie, actually.
Are we going to Laramie?
We might be going to. I've been to Laramie. Yellow. I've been all over. No, I think I bought this when I went to Yellowstone and Glacier like 5 years ago. So it's a strong hat.
It is a strong hat. Is that a tease for a play this weekend?
It's not strictly a hat.
It's senior night. It's senior night in Laramie.
There's not fucking much else to do in Laramie other than look at bears. So
Okay.
I
actually, this goes into my stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier this week, I had a dream about a black snake, but last night, I had a dream about a black bear. I had a dream about a bear. There was a bear in my dream, and also a wolf.
dreaming of black stuff all night.
No.
Oh, wow.
What I've been trying to interpret what these mean, and a lot of them deal with conquering fears, even fears that are unknown to me. So it's like some sort of like hidden insecurity that I have about myself, or something that I need to conquer.
So last week was probably one of the biggest fears you would face, and maybe the board's telling you, "Don't be afraid of me."
I like that.
Maybe the
I
board.
think it's more so posting content online on my TikTok, which I have been to some success. You know, we've got videos in the hundreds of thousands of views. But let me tell you this.
I don't have a TikTok. Every time people send me TikTok videos, can't watch them.
Okay, noted.
Sorry.
Let me tell you this. It does not matter how much you spell out that something is a joke. You could even put in your like paragraph description, #joke. Someone will still say something stupid. Yeah. So yesterday, as it was announced that Linda McMahon is now the Secretary of Education.
Strong choice.
I took it upon myself to make a joke about how funny would it be if she decided to rewrite history and turn it into WWE storylines.
That'd be great.
The joke that I posed was that it's you're in history class, you turn to page 57, it's World War II, Germany invents a new type of match called the Elimination Chamber, and then they form a triple threat tag team with the Axis Powers, but then all of a sudden the Undertaker music plays, and USA joins the fight,
Yep.
And they, along with their brother Kane, who is Russia, decide to defeat the Axis powers. Now, this is the most joke of jokes of all time.
Mhm.
Someone commented on it and said, "This is an unserious take. Period. Stop."
Well, technically, a joke is an unserious take. Maybe they were just stating a fact.
But to which I said, "Correct."
Yeah.
I said, "Correct?" Question mark to what they said. So it doesn't matter how much you're like. That is the most Fantasyland story that I do. Does this person really think I think that history is going to be changed to fit WWE standard?
I think what they were more upset about is you didn't use like the USA as like the money in the bank, like running down the thing. And
Oh,
I think that's where you actually made your mistake.
I
So I think
think I
back to the
did a
drawing
John
board.
Cena reference. I did a John Cena reference.
You were just going deep. You were getting deep in like the wrestling social media. So it seems like a toxic place. Seems like you
I'm
asked about
talking about
Wayman here.
kayfabe. I'm talking about kayfabe, heels, baby faces.
Seems like you invited this. Seems like you invited this by diving in those waters.
What do you know? All right, let's do this.
Get into it.
Let's do this.
Get into it.
I want to do
Mm-hmm.
a snake draft
Okay.
between you and me.
Yeah.
Your top five.
Yeah.
I want to do your top five wrestlers.
Easy.
Okay, hold on.
Easy.
To who decides who gets first pick?
I'm gonna write. I'm gonna write a number down right here. 1 to 10. You got to guess if it's even or odd. I'm gonna write it down right here. Pen's lifted.
Odd.
Even or odd. If I get
It's
if
odd.
you're huh?
It's odd.
That's a 7, buddy. That is odd. You can barely
Yeah.
see it. It's a
Yep.
7.
Yep.
Okay. Were you watching the pen strokes?
No, that's statistically the most likely number chosen is seven.
Interesting.
Yeah. Little
Thinking of bit.
psychology trick.
That's on me. I got Big Ben on the mind right now. Steelers football tonight. I got Big Ben. Just you could have been like name any football player. I'll be like Roethlisberger. That's on me. That's on me. That's reading into it. All right.
We need to
I'm gonna
get you.
go dimes.
We need to get you a Permani sandwich stat. We need to, if we could somehow get that in liquid form and shoot that into an IV for you.
Do you know how much I would fucking love a Permanente sandwich right now?
You know what? I think for your wedding, I might try to sneak one in. Now it might be a couple days old.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
With the amount of coleslaw on that, the amount of
listen, here's a pros order, and this is for all the Yenzes out there. Here's what you do. Anytime you get a Permanente sandwich, you always do coleslaw on the side because one, they give you more, and two, you can dress it at the house. So the bread's not soggy. So you always get coleslaw on the side. The tomato's fine. Whatever meat you want to get's fine. You always get coleslaw on the side. They give you more. The French fries don't get soggy. If you want to throw it in the air fryer real quick, bada bing, it's good to go. You throw that coleslaw on. That's a Yinzer tip. Also, $1.25 slice during the Pens game. Say less. I'll be there. Not a big deal.
Okay. We're
Okay.
speaking some Pittsburghese there.
So
All right.
the dimes, man. All right, we're going.
So we're going top five. It's a snake
What?
draft.
You get first, and I get next too.
And then you get the turn, and then I get the
Okay.
turn, and then you
All
get
right.
the turn.
Okay.
All right. So I'm at 1-1.
All right.
All right. So 1-1 and the 2024 top five favorite wrestler draft.
Yeah, and this is favorite. This isn't best. This is our personal
No, it's
favorite.
our personal favorite. No, well, yeah. It's our first. It's our favorites.
Okay, go.
And
for
then
it.
we'll compare them at the end to see who actually is the better
It's fine.
list.
Go for it. I'm ready.
1-1, I'm taking Carlito.
That's fine. What a terrible pick.
Hey,
What a
listen,
horrible-
listen. When you have your guy, you get your guy.
Fine. I'm gonna go get
I
my
got
guy
my
right
guy.
here. I want
Huh?
to trade up for this guy. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay,
Stone Cold.
that's fine.
We've talked about this on pod, and let me give you a little background. I have like 2 different Stone Cold shirts. It's the only wrestling shirts I've ever had. I'm not going to rock them. I'd rock an NWO fit if you were here, not a big deal. But if you're going to give me a Stone Cold shirt, he's the great uniter. White dudes, black dudes, rednecks, women. Nobody doesn't love a Stone. Whenever I wear a Stone Cold shirt,
You don't know what wrestlers black dudes like, and I'll tell you what wrestlers
black dudes love Stone Cold. Black dudes love Stone Cold.
You don't have your ear to the streets like me, my friend. Wait till it's my pick.
Listen, we're not doing wrestlers black people love, but Stone Cold is a great uniter. Anytime I wear a Stone Cold, no less than like 15 daps. Free beer. You wear a Stone Cold shirt to a bar, free beers all night.
Okay.
White pack for you kids. But
Okay.
go ahead. I get another pick. I get the turn.
Yeah.
So, all right, I got Stone Cold at 1-2. What an absolute just steal. You know what? And I'm gonna go number 2. I'm gonna take the Macho Man. Give me Macho Man.
That's not terrible. But there's a lot of awesome ones that you're leaving out.
That's fine.
So
I'm
I get the
happy with
turn
my
here.
pick.
So I got 2-2 and 3-1.
Yeah.
So at depends on the value. It's all about the value. So where I want to get certain guys. I
Yeah.
think at 2-2, I get the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels.
That's a strong pick. I was waffling between it. Now, are we doing like coked out of his mind early Shawn
Oh yeah.
Michaels?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Like the walking down the aisle, like,
When yeah,
oh,
yeah,
he's
that
great.
one. The one when he's doing like crotch chops to people.
So you're taking like you're
Whenever
taking,
he comes into the ring on like the hang glider, that one.
does that mean DX Shawn Michaels is still out there?
If you want to do semantics, I
Okay.
could be like, "Oh, well, you get Stone Cold Steve Austin." And I was like, "Well, I get Steve Austin or something like
Fine.
that."
You can have I'm just saying there was a listen,
You
I'm a
don't try to piggyback and take my Shawn Michaels. I
that's
got
fine.
Shawn.
HBK is a strong one. I thought about it. HBK is a strong one. Biggest dickhead on the planet.
Yep.
Hilarious. Just all on
So
all
I get
time.
3-1.
Just
So I had that was
yeah,
2-2. Here's
it's
3-1.
a good pick. It's a good pick.
Here's 3-1. And this
Yeah.
is the wrestler that the streets really will never forget. It's Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy. Yeah, the brothers do love Jeff Hardy. That's true.
See?
That's true.
3-1, baby.
That's true.
This
They do love
draft,
Jeff Hardy.
I'm loving this draft so
That's a
far.
huge reach. That's a huge reach.
But I wanted to secure my guys.
That's fine. And that's fine. I respect it. Does that mean I get two picks here? Or we even it? We on 1-for-1 now.
No, it's the snake. It's a snake
Okay.
draft.
All right. Then how can I we just talked about the pride of Pittsburgh. Give me
I
Kurt
know.
Angle.
Yeah.
Give me Kurt Angle. I
You're
mean,
getting are you getting perk angle?
I'm getting Perk Angle and I'm getting Olympic neck angle.
Yeah.
I'm getting milk angle. I'm
Milk
getting you
angle.
suck. I'm getting all of them. It's a great pick for me.
That's a good pick.
I mean, it's just
That's
and it's
at
such a
3-2.
strong
So
pick.
who do you want at 4-1?
Oh, without a doubt, Razor Ramon. Give me Scott Hall. Give me Scott Hall.
All your guys have the same body type. I want you to know
I want big dudes. I'm like Vince. I want big men.
that. You do. You are like Vince.
How big is he? God damn it. Give me the bigger one.
Your
Yeah,
own personal hell.
give me Scott Hall. That's such an easy pick for me. That's a great pick for me.
All right, so that
You
was
have two, I got one.
that was 4-1, right?
Yeah.
All right, so at 4-2, man, this is such a tough one because I'm torn in between a couple, and I want to make sure that I'm going to make sure I get my guys. I want to make sure I get my guys.
Yeah. I mean, I already have my next pick locked. I can't wait for it. I'm locked in. But go ahead.
Man, when you hear that ding and that Undertaker come out,
Take a taker.
give me the Taker, baby.
I was
He
okay
used
with
to
Taker.
haunt my nightmares as a kid. He's
Taker was
terrifying.
good. I'm glad he got him. I wasn't going to pick him. Wasn't on my board. A stud, not for me. Doesn't fit the squad.
Wasn't on my board.
Wasn't on my board.
All right, so 5-1. I got 5-1. I got
Yeah.
Carlito. I got Shawn Michaels. I got Jeff Hardy, and I got Undertaker.
Yeah.
We're missing some. There's something missing here. There's something missing here.
It's probably going to be my next pick.
Who's that jumping out the sky? It's Rey Mysterio. Here we go. Give me Rey Mysterio at 5-1.
So just to recap your board, you've got whatever Carlito is from, one of the islands.
Puerto Rico.
You have a coke head, a meth head, a dead guy, and a Mexican twink. That's your 1 through 5.
Legends.
In your word, you want to talk about legends? Actually, before I tease this, because it's such a good pick, I'm going to go back. This is the weirdest thing that ever happened. We got on a
My
wrestling
guys, can I make an argument?
after this.
All right.
After the last pick, because you don't know what I'm coming with, you might want to fold. This was before, whenever I first started dating my girlfriend, now fiance, not a big deal. We were talking about wrestling. I was like, we're 90s kids. I think everybody in the 90s loved wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, who was your favorite wrestler growing up? And without even skipping a beat, she looked at me and said Bill Goldberg, which I thought was one of the wildest things I've ever heard.
Mm-hmm.
Huge Goldberg fan, apparently. Not like, I don't know what that's about.
They say he has a hammer.
I believe it. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why.
Something to think about.
Something to think about. I'll ask her later. But easily. First of all, I got him at my last pick. Could have been the best pick. The greatest promo of all time. The greatest freak of all time.
I know where you're going with this.
Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner.
Yeah. That was a
Decent
good
freak.
one. That was a good one. I was
No
upset.
one hated fat people, hated nerds, was all about his peaks and his freaks. Big Papa coming out in the chainmail.
Yeah, the chainmails all
Glasses.
time.
Little douchebag stinger. Big Papa Pump, number 5's a
Now,
lot.
do you want to do a couple of UDFAs?
Steiner recliner. Fucking dude, are you kidding me?
I
Give me.
got. Do you have a undrafted free agent?
Is this like somebody that like wouldn't be in the top 100, but you would take them?
Yeah, sure. Wait, no, just like another guy you like, because I don't know what's top
I
100
feel
wrestlers.
like I feel like leaving. I feel like leaving Sting out of here was hurt me a
I was
little bit.
thinking Sting. I was
Sting
thinking
coming
Sting.
down. Sting was solid.
You know who my UDFA is?
Who is it?
Booker T.
Booker T is great. Booker
Booker
T is
T.
great. Love Booker T. Love doing the kicks.
Yeah, the
What about
Spinneroonie.
Spinnerooni's top notch? What about this favorite female wrestler of all time? Well, that.
Female wrestler of all time.
Yeah.
Oh man, I want to get the right one here because I know you're gonna say Trish, so I don't want to say
No, I'm
Trish.
not saying Trish.
Really?
Done somewhere else.
Oh man, who was who? I want to think of somebody who was like awesome, awesome to watch. The girls now on there are crazy. They're doing like all different types of stuff. The girls when I was watching it were just like models.
Yeah.
They didn't really
Great.
do much wrestling.
That was great.
Uh, man, the best girl wrestler. I don't know. I got to go Trish. She was OG.
Give me Stacy Keebler, and it was too easy.
Okay.
Too easy. What an
Okay.
easy pick. Actually, my last one, the one that I'm trading up back up for in the fifth round, taking Mankind too. Give me Mick Foley. Mick Foley's a goat.
Yeah, that
Oh,
means you get all iterations. Dude Love, Cactus Jack.
what I mean. But if you're asking me if I got to move any of those dudes out, it's not happening.
So
So
who's your five? Say your five.
Stone Cold Steve Austin,
Okay.
the best.
Great.
Macho Man Randy Savage, dude ate Slim Jims, flying across the sky. Kurt Angle, Perk Angle, Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, NWO,
Who's the
flicking that
bad
fucking
kid?
toothpick,
When he flicks
fucking
the toothpicks.
fucking everybody's mom between like 87 and 98, a
When he
stud,
would flick
rip.
toothpicks at dorks, that was
Oh,
all time.
he hated them. My whole team is that we just hate fucking nerds. And then Big Papa Pump, peaks, freaks, hates fat people, great promo. Like I said, Steiner recliner. Imagine just put a bitch in that
But
Steiner recliner.
Carlito's most famous thing is he eats apples and spits them in people's faces.
Listen, I'm gonna try to
Can
steer
I
clear.
say that my five is more entertaining to watch than your five?
Absolutely not.
Dude, Jeff
Stone Cold.
Hardy, HBK, and Rey Mysterio flying
Yeah.
through the sky. And
You know
you're
what
like,
happened?
no, it's not exciting.
They'd fly right into a can of whoop ass. That's all they do. They'd fly right into his
But I have
stomach.
Taker at 4.
Taker's not getting in the way of the boys. He's going to let those boys go. I'm just
Whatever.
saying. If we're
I
doing,
love my draft. I love my guys.
I'm glad you like it. On the mic, you're incredibly weak. That's all I'm saying. Incredibly weak.
On
No
the
one's got
mic?
promo. No
Oh,
one's got
promo? You think? Okay. I
No
will
one's
say
got
this.
promo.
I will say this. I will say this. HBK, all time promo giver. The rest of the guys, not so much.
HBK without Triple H now. This is solo HBK.
Rey Mysterio did a match for the custody of his own son.
Stone Cold drove beer trucks and opened cans of whoop ass and beat Booker T up in a supermarket. So I don't know what to
Did
tell
do
you.
that in the giant eagle.
In the John Eagle. And the Big Papa Pump gave the greatest promo of all time. If you ever want to just
That's
watch
247%. Yeah, that's all time.
if you don't know Steiner math, you know what you're living. So I mean, like I
Booker
said,
T's promo all time too. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you.
that's a strong one. That's a
Redacted.
strong one. That's a strong one. I love it. Love Booker, but I'm gonna say we left off Sting. We left off Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Ric Flair. I have a conversation for swapping out Ric Flair for Macho Man. If they both walked in the room,
That Macho Man pick's kind of weak. I'm not gonna lie.
it's you know what I think.
He didn't really. He wasn't really.
Oh yeah, but I get that. I get to do that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I get that. You can't do that legally. Now you owe me money. I can do that. That's my thing. You're appropriating my team, so that's fine.
That's
So,
true. None of my guys have like thing. I can say suck it. I can do suck it. You can't do that.
I mean, I feel like I got Scott Hall at the NWO. That's fine. I can too sweet.
Oh yeah.
I can be too. I can have NWO Macho and NWO Scott Hall just too sweet together.
Nah, that's pretty cool. All right.
So, like I said, congrats on your dudes, your twinks flying through the air. I'm glad for you.
You had now that was my draft for the week. You have you've proposed some sort of draft.
I did, but I feel like we're gonna have to save for next week.
Okay.
I feel like we're gonna have to get in the weeds. So next week we'll let it shake out. We'll
For
save it
those
next
for those
week.
curious, tell them what it is.
We're gonna do we haven't determined the money. We haven't determined the bet, but there's gonna be a wage for me and the Dimes Man, and we're gonna do a basically a championship draft, snake draft. We're gonna take these teams, divide them up, and we're gonna see who we want. and whoever wins gets some money or gets a bet. We'll figure out what it is.
That's
I'll
fair.
be Yeah, we'll figure it out. It'll be something to keep us engaged during those lean times. But let's get into this week. We're both afraid of the board.
We are afraid of the board.
We're
But
hesitant.
we haven't been afraid of the board in a while, so that might be
Sure.
a good thing.
It's true. So even though I had a 3-3 week, I'm still on the tee, barely, with a little like with a 9 iron right now.
Woof.
And I'm going to start off with it was 21. It's down to 20 and a half. So can you do something for me? Kentucky.
Okay.
I just think a lot of reasons. One, do I think Texas is as good as they are? I don't. I don't think Texas is one of those top five teams. Maybe that's a little foreshadowing for our draft. But I don't think they're going to lay the wood completely on Kentucky. SEC team, they seem
Pause.
to play tough, ball control. It's at 20 and a half right now, so I'll play what it's at. Give me Kentucky plus 20 and a half. Just one unit, though. Not a huge play, but I don't think Kentucky wins by any means, but I think they keep within that number pretty easily.
Lay in the wood.
Laying it.
Ball control.
I like it.
That's what
SEC.
you're about.
I think that's too many points. I think that should have been a 14-point spread.
Well, speaking of games that you think are too many points, that brings us to my first pick. Now we are going to go on the road, and I think you will find a trend in most of my picks this week. There's
Yep.
points out there. They're giving them to you. Take them. Okay? We have Wake Forest plus 24 and a half on the road at Miami. How many games will Miami sleepwalk through this year? A million?
They seem to be eyes wide shut for most of them.
A million more. I understand. That Cam Ward's Heisman hopes are kind of dashed. They did have that unfortunate upset to Virginia Tech or Georgia Tech, and this is the first game back from that. They had a bye week last week, and now they play Vodtech or Wake Forest. So they could be upset, or they could have mentally quit. Here
We're going to find out pretty quickly.
we're going to find out. 24 and a half, 24.
For me, I feel like this next pick is one I don't get, which probably means it should be a stay away. But I don't get why A&M is only laying 2.5 against Auburn. That line doesn't make. Maybe it's the trap line of the week. I feel like maybe everyone's going to be on A&M, but there's been times where that comes through. I don't get that. I think A&M is probably better at almost every position, besides maybe a few for Auburn. But give me A&M minus 2.5 on the road. A little bit scary, but one unit A&M 2.5. I think that's a nice play.
Okay. My nice play, undertime.
Okay.
UTEP and Tennessee. My prediction for this game, 49-0 or 49-3. Either way, I don't see UTEP scoring on this defensive line. I really just don't
What's
see
the
it.
line? What's the over under?
54 and a half.
54.5, one unit. Okay. I can see it. Tennessee, a little revenge, get out early.
Yeah, get out early, take the air out late in the game. 54 and a half, man. They can win 52-0.
All right. My next one, I'm going to go. The rest of these are all going to be wild, kooky plays.
Okay.
Not as far as the games, just how we're going to stagger them. Give me Kansas plus 10 with the under in the Indiana-Ohio State game at 59. That's a 7-point tease. Actually, it's about 6.5, depending on where you get it. Give me that for 2 units. Kansas, I think, is a live dog this week. I think people have been counting them out. I think they could probably win this game. There might be a Kansas money line play for me. And then the Indiana-Ohio State under 59. Some injuries for Ohio State. Indiana is not the same team on the road that they are at home. Ohio State style points, but really they don't really need to lay the wood. They need to stay healthy. So give me under 59. That's for 2 units. I think both those cash. I've already had a significant wager on that, so I like that play.
Okay. All right. I like what I got going on here. This is it. This we're witnessing a team that could win the Sun Belt by walking backwards. Like they shouldn't be here, but they are. It's Marshall. It's
Okay.
Marshall. It's Marshall plus. Let me make sure I get this number right because I think it's way too high. I just want to make sure I get it right. Yeah, okay, I had it wrong. I had it wrong written down. It's 3. It's plus 3. Give me Marshall plus 3 on the road at Old Dominion. It is senior night at Old Dominion, but Marshall keeps finding ways to win. They have an elite defensive line, so if they get home on the quarterback, it's curtains for Poppy.
I like it.
They have a guy right now with like 15 sacks.
I like it. My next one, this is going to be a.
And by the way, this is Charles Huff. He's gone at the end of this year, so
Oh,
enjoy him
okay.
now, Marshall.
I'm gonna do a dual. I'm actually doing this to get a little bit better odds. I'm gonna do Ole Miss first half with Notre Dame halftime full time. That goes out to about plus 115. So Ole Miss to win the first half, Notre Dame to win both halves. Notre Dame's gonna kill Army. I just don't want to struggle with points. I don't want
I
to play
could
with
go to that
anybody.
game.
You're own. Oh yeah, you could pinstripe game. And Ole Miss, they don't necessarily need style points, but Ole Miss definitely wants to keep that offense turning. I think the first half they'll come out. Florida may stick around. They may make it interesting in the second half. I don't want to mess around with that points. I think it's over 10 now. Give me first half Notre Dame. That's at plus 112, so plus money. And
Yeah.
then that's a 1 unit play for me.
Next pick is a tale of two different seasons, a season of disappointment and a season of optimism. It's home. It's late night. We're in Raleigh, Durham. Give me Duke plus 3 at home against Virginia Tech. This Virginia Tech team is not what everyone predicted them to be. It's actually been a sham of a season, and we
That
feel
was
really bad about it because we knew a lot of people that backed Va Tech. But
Duke
we're on
was
Duke,
Duke
man.
was my cutting block pick. That was my last pick that I eliminated. So
Plus
I
3 at home, man.
yeah, Duke was a pick for me. I was looking at that. If you had to play a dog straight up this week, I like Duke a lot.
Yep.
My final one, 2 unit money line parlay. Bet it and forget it. You're good. Bet it on Thursday, cash it on Saturday, pretty easily. I'll be meeting you at the window with this one. PSU, Michigan, Bama money line parlay. It's minus
Okay.
108. Penn
Chalk.
State's not losing. Bama's not losing. Michigan is just a much better version every way than Northwestern, so I don't think styles are going to clash with them. Yeah, that is a. I'm not going to say a mega lock. I'm going to put 2 units on it because I'm being safe, but I feel very comfortable in that.
Okay.
Feel good about that
I
one.
got to lean before I give you my last pick. I think the wrong team's favorite here. East Carolina at North Texas. We got East Carolina plus 3. Um,
I could have told you that line was for $100. Could have told you for
okay.
that.
Um, the wrong team favorite.
Okay.
Last pick. We're gonna give it a shot. We've
Okay.
watched way more of this team than what we should have, and I hate betting this league, but Iowa State is favored by 7 points. They're favored by a touchdown, and they're going on the road to Utah. Isn't Iowa State just an amplified version of Utah this year?
Pretty much.
So why can't we score more than 7 points to beat them? Like Utah cannot score the ball at all. At all.
Yeah, can't disagree. I don't even have a lean. My lean was probably going to be Duke, so I'm not going to give any more leans. I don't mind. Gun to my head, and you're like, I got to play a plus 500 parlay. I'd roll like Iowa out, Duke plus 3, and maybe who's Maryland playing this week?
Let me find that for you real quick.
I'm in
Is
just
this
fade Maryland mode
Are
all the
you?
time. I'm in just fade Maryland. I think they're done.
Oh yeah, they got Iowa.
Iowa, Iowa for sure. Yeah,
That's 7 points, by the way.
yeah, that's fine. I'll take the 7. Give me Iowa minus 7. That's fine. They'll
I
cover.
want to give a shout out real quick to Ohio University.
The Bobcats.
They won on the road Tuesday night action at Toledo, a team that everyone projected to be the class of the MAC. And Jason Candle kind of screwed himself. He probably won't get like a power job now. But uh, Ohio was decimated by the portal in the offseason. And I just want to give a shout out to them because
We love it.
grew up going to those games. Soft spot in my heart for the Bobcats. I like to see them do well.
Big Maction guy. Well, that's it. I'm going to recap it real quick. Yinzer, Kentucky plus 20.5, A&M minus 2.5, Kansas plus 10, Indiana, Ohio State under 59. The more I look at that, the more it looks just so good.
Which
PSU,
one?
the Kansas, Indiana. Penn State, Michigan, Bama money line parlay for 2 units, and Ole Miss first half with Notre Dame half and full, 1 unit. Dimes, Wake plus 24.5. He has the under in the UTEP game, 54.5. Marshall plus 3, Duke plus 3, and Iowa State minus 7.
Yup.
Beautiful. Sounds like some winners. Dimes, man, we'll probably be doing this Thanksgiving pod, perhaps next
We
week.
can we can move it up a day. I don't want to mess you up.
We'll figure it out. I'll probably be driving on Wednesday. We'll probably do it. We'll see. We're gonna squeeze it in. We're gonna squeeze it in.
Yeah, man.
Maybe a Friday morning pod. I don't know. We'll see.
I
Are you?
wouldn't hate that. It's gonna be a great day. Let's do this. You want to do snake draft real quick of Thanksgiving food?
Yeah. How much time we got?
We got 9 minutes on the dot.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you,
Easy. How
I
we
went
doing?
one, I went 1-1. You go 1-1.
Okay. Okay. So we're doing 5.
We're doing 5.
I'm gonna go. It's hard with the first pick.
Yeah,
Hard with the first pick because
yeah.
do you take a main or is there something I can't live without? And I think my 1-1 pick is because it makes everything better and it makes the meal. It's gravy. The 1-1
That's
pick is
such a
gravy.
fat guy take.
That's a great take. If you go to a dinner and the gravy sucks, the whole meal's gonna
1-1
fucking
draft at
suck.
Thanksgiving. You said, give me the gravy.
You know what? I don't feel bad about this pick at all. Gravy elevates mash. Enjoy your mashed potatoes with no gravy because it's on my side of the plate. Enjoy it. Have fun. Enjoy
No.
your dry fucking turkey.
Listen, turkey sucks anyway. It's not on my board. I'm going
Like I'm gonna
one,
steal turkey.
1-2, one
Yeah.
two, stuffing.
Stuffing was in contention.
Stuffing at 1-2, and then I got the turn.
Yeah, stuffing was in contention.
Wow. So I got stuffing at 1-2, and then what do I want at 2-1? What do I think? I want to think about what's going to be on your board. I might try to steal a pick here of what's going to be on your board.
Go ahead.
Hmm. What do I think you like?
Like it all.
Give me
What it
mac and
has.
cheese at 2-1.
That's fine. Not even on my board.
Okay.
Not even on my board. It's fine. I'm happy with that. That would have been on there.
Okay.
My next pick. Let's. Man, there's so many good stuff out there. I'm gonna go. Trying to think. What do I need? What do I really have to get?
Yeah.
What do I have to get? And I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go mashed potatoes. I think I'm gonna keep
Okay.
this
If you
home.
got if you're handcuffing mashed potatoes
I'm
and gravy.
handcuffing mashed potatoes to gravy. I could have left you with just dry ass mashed potatoes, but mashed potatoes and gravy. And then on my turn pick, let me see. Like, are we talking about all Thanksgiving food? Like, what about desserts? You just get
You can
blanket.
throw a dessert in.
I just get one dessert.
Do whatever you
Actually,
want. It's your board.
sweet potatoes,
Okay.
strong pick.
That's not a bad pick. It was on my board. It was
Candied
on.
yams,
Yeah, canned yams. Yeah.
sweet potatoes, great pick.
So we're at 3, right?
Yeah.
At 3-2, I'm taking ham.
Okay. Was again not on my board.
I'm
That's
taking
great.
ham. I'm not a turkey guy. I like a ham.
Yep.
Taking ham. Uh, at 4-1. At 4-1, we got to get a staple just to make sure. We got to get pumpkin pie at 4-1.
Pumpkin pie strong.
We got to get pumpkin pie at 4-1.
Pumpkin pie strong. I'm gonna go on my next pick. I think it's an underrated. I think I'm just gathering a bunch of glue guys in here.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. Hold on. I want to make sure. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna look up Thanksgiving foods because
Whoa. Whoa.
there one
You're
I'm
like,
missing? Is
what
there
are you
one I'm
look? You're
missing?
looking up. You're looking up like combine footage. You don't
I'm
have
looking
these
up
in your
column. I want
brain.
to make sure. Listen, do we not check our board? Do we not check our board during the draft?
Unreal right here. I
I
feel
want
like
to
you're
make
taking
sure.
PEDs.
I want to make
You're
sure
not
that
in the
I'm not
war
missing
room.
anything. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything.
You went gravy
Okay.
1-1 like a my
Let
600
me
pound
tell
life.
you, that was a everybody nodded at that pick. Every single person listening nodded at that
But
pick
at
and knew.
1-1, the value. You don't
Yeah.
get the value.
What goes on everything at your meal? Gravy. Every fucking thing gets it. Nothing. You don't put pumpkin pie on your main. You don't. Gravy goes with everything. Without the meal, it's ruined. You can't have it. My next pick, I'm going bread slash rolls. It's a great pick. It
Okay.
holds everything together. Carbs are very important on this day. Actually, I was going to say a lack of carbs, but you got stuffing. I'm going bread slash rolls, and this is great. I'm building a dynasty here, is what I'm building.
You're crazy.
You have fucking mac and cheese,
Yeah,
which
great.
60% of people don't have. Ham, which
Yeah,
70
60% of the people, you know what that means? That's direct correlation to white people. White people don't eat mac and cheese on Thanksgiving.
yeah. Once again,
My
liberal
Thanksgiving's way more fun than your Thanksgiving.
missing the heartland of gravy, eating his mac and cheese, and you didn't even pick which type of mac and cheese.
What do you mean? What type?
Was it baked?
We can
Is
do
it?
baked.
You didn't
I like
pick
it when it has the film on top.
Whatever. Give me your next pick. What a fucking terrible board.
Whatever,
I
idiot.
would never go to your meal looking at this.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
want you at my meal anyway. You'd inhale everything.
I wouldn't inhale your dry ass ham, crusty ass mac and cheese, white. Yeah, you're like, oh, you're not cultured, Frank. You're gonna tell me how to make mac and cheese looking like that? There's gonna be fucking matzo topping on it. I'm not impressed by your board. Give me your last pick.
I would love some green beans. At 5. At 5. That's throwing a flyer on a guy right there. We'll take a flyer on green beans because you can casserole it, you can French style it, you can
Right.
saute it, whatever you
Right.
want it.
Cool. I'm not even gonna run up to the board because I can't believe he's here. Like the Dalton connective picks, we didn't get lucky. 16 teams missed. Turkey. It's obvious. It was always
No,
Turkey.
turkey's not on my board. You can
I would have
have it.
taken Turkey way before you. You gave away your board. It was a
Yeah, because it's
complete
a nothing pick.
it was a GM nightmare of immediately telling us you don't like a guy. You didn't even try to smoke screen me with the turkey, which I would have reached for it. So it's just incredible. I mean,
Turkey,
let's see.
turkey, we eat it once, maybe twice a year, and every year it's dry. It stinks.
Maybe you don't know how to. Maybe I'll introduce you to a brine. I'll introduce you to a brine later.
Are you a
Here's
deep
my.
fried turkey? You deep fry it, burn your whole house down?
I haven't. No, I'd be terrible. I wouldn't burn my whole
I
fucking house.
want to.
I would.
I want to
100%.
try that one day.
Let me tell you, it slaps harder than you could ever imagine.
Really?
Yeah, I had a neighbor that did it once, and we went over there, just cut off a little bit. Slaps harder than it should. It
You know
is the
what I'm doing this year? I'm
what you
doing
done.
Thanksgiving by myself.
That's sad. Why don't you come up to the Berg?
I don't know, but I'm doing chicken wings.
I like that. Chicken wings are 1-1 food in general. But
Yeah, I got to figure out
let's.
how to make them. I've never made them.
I'll give you some tips. What are you cooking them in?
I don't know. I might bake them.
I'll give you some tips later.
Okay.
Give you some tips later.
Yeah, please.
Here, here we go. Here's the meals. We have two meals, either dinner with Yinzy, dinner with Dimes. At Yinzer's table, we got turkey, bread, sweet potatoes, mashed potatoes, and gravy.
That's a good
Which
meal.
That's a spread.
It's a good
That's
meal.
like if you're a homeless guy, you're just like, man, I fucking hit it. And at
Sure.
Frankie's Coastal Elite, stuffing probably has raisins in it, mac and cheese, ham, pumpkin pie, green beans. Again, that's a good meal. That's a tier 2 meal. I'm a tier 1 meal. If you had to, if you sat two people down at the table, they'd be like, "I'm so now." My people are gonna be like, "Where's the stuffing?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry, I have bread/rolls."
How do you
But
keep saying? Why do you? It's like not. It's not Cordell Stewart. You don't have to say slash every time.
bread/rolls, I get both. So if I want to have, if there's like some rolls, some nice little Sister Schubert rolls, I get those. Or
Uh-huh.
if there's a lovely brioche, I get that bread/rolls. So
Brioche.
I just got a case. I got a case of Hill.
Brioche. It's
I got a case
brioche,
of
you
Hill.
fat idiot.
It's
It's
brioche.
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 It's not
Don't,
brioche.
don't tell me how to make a pick whenever you're sitting here with green beans and you're
Green
tough.
beans are good.
Congrats. Maybe you'll grow up big and strong.
The only vegetables you eat are mashed potatoes.
Not even true. Not even
Sorry,
true.
French fries.
Not even true.
Less than a minute to go before we get ejected from this app. Do you have anything to say?
I killed both drafts. I'm probably gonna have more winners. I'm probably gonna be on top. I don't know. I keep winning. I don't know what else I can say. Steelers by 1,000 tonight. I'm in
Okay.
the rain.
Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, great episode. Thank you all for listening. I will see you all later. Bye.
Bread/rolls.